Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to 1 to 3 Live. My name is PJ. All right, so today we're going to be talking about a new narrative that is gaining more trends that people are actually talking about. And one thing about cryptocurrency and one thing about blockchain itself, it's all about narratives and your ability to pick up a narrative before it becomes like popular. So, say you entered into NFT before NFT became like what it is now, or you entered into the gaming niche before it became what it is now. So everything is all about narratives and your ability to like get ahead of trend. You understand? So before it becomes like everything that people are talking about, everyone is talking about it. Before it becomes that, your ability to like go look for those gems in that particular niche and get into it. That is what matters. So today we're going to be talking about ZK rollups or zero knowledge rollups. Like it is coming up to trend. People are beginning to talk about it. Just some few influencers are already talking about it. So if you can get ahead of this trend, look for gems that are yet to run and probably maybe invest some money in it. Who knows? If this narrative works and the whole crypto world comes into it, you're already in it before they come. So you're like on track to make a better gain. You're on track to make those 100 and 1,000x gains that most people saw from NFTs and from the gaming niche. All right. So like before we go further, I want to clear something. Like whatever I say on this show is just for entertainment purpose and not for it's not a financial advice. So you cannot sue me. So someone you talk to about this content cannot also sue me. So I'm not liable for all that. But that being said, all I do here is to like bring information I think will be necessary to you, and you decide how you want to use that information. Okay. All right. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So zero knowledge rollups. So like the issue with Ethereum is the gas fees, the delayed transaction, and if you want to like hasten your transaction or make it faster, you have to like pay like maybe a huge gas fee. Now there have there have been different projects, different technology trying to mitigate this issue. How do we solve this problem? How do we make it better? How do we make Ethereum better? How do we make transactions on the layer ones and layer twos? How do we make them better? How do we make them faster? How do we make them cheaper? So that's where the ZK rollups, yeah, that's where they come in. So let's just see what the ZK rollups are all about. So simply put, ZK rollups or zero knowledge rollups is a layer 2 scalability solution that allows blockchains to validate transactions faster while also ensuring the gas fees remain minimal. Remember what I said? The issue with Ethereum at the moment is it's too slow and the gas fees are high. So how do we make these transactions faster and at the same time the gas fees remain minimal? How do we do that? That's where the zero knowledge rollups come in play. All right. So what happens is the zero knowledge roll up. What they want to do is some things on the block on particular transaction will be done offline, while some things will be done online, or you can say off chain and on chain. So what happens is why the Ethereum mainnet especially utilizes on-chain activities to process transaction and validate blocks. Now, what the layer 2 ZK rollup solutions want to do, they want to introduce off-chain functionalities as well. So one of the main components that allow ZK rollups to successfully validate transaction faster than layer one blockchains are Merkle trees. So ZK rollups, they have two Merkle trees. So one of the Merkle trees actually store the addresses, while the other Merkle trees store the transaction data. So anything apart from these two data, these two storage, they're done offline. So the computing power does not need to like bother itself with all other type of data, but just focuses on the addresses and the transaction data. That's it. So every other thing is done off chain. So it's a bit more complex than all this. So if you want to like know more about this zero knowledge rollups, you can actually check it out. Go to YouTube, go to Google, just type zero knowledge rollups. You can even come to this coin market cap stuff and read through and just read through. You get a good knowledge about what zero knowledge rollups are. But what I'm here to tell you is that there's a trend coming up. Zero knowledge rollups is coming up, and if you can get ahead of the trend and invest in early, who knows? You might get the 10x, the 100x, the 1000x we are looking for in crypto, because most of us in crypto, we are not looking for 1x, we're not looking for 2x, we're not looking for 1.5, we're not looking for all those little gains. We're looking for those 10x's, 50x's, 100x's. That's what people are looking for in crypto. You understand? If we're looking for all those little multiples, we'll just go to the normal forex and do all that and do the normal trading and stuff and do the normal investing. But we're here in crypto for those massive returns. And the only way you can get those massive returns if you invest early before it becomes like on those big exchanges, before it gets to those big exchanges, before everybody starts talking about it. That's the only way you get those kind of returns. That is the only way you get those kind of returns. So if you want to like get these projects that are actually utilizing these zero knowledge rollups or are still developing like to launch, you can check them out on ZK Rollup directory. So if you go to ZK Rollup directory, which is zkrollups.xyz, so that's where you can find projects that are like there. So if you go to ZK Rollups directory, click on rollups, click on rollups. So once you click on rollups, you see a bunch of projects that are already working with this ZK rollup technology. Like now you see ZK Sync. You say ZK Sync is a user-centric ZK rollup platform from Meta Labs. It is scaling solution for Ethereum, already live on Ethereum mainnet. So this ZK Sync is already live on the Ethereum mainnet. So you can actually go to their website, check how you can get these tokens with from maybe our next videos would check how we can get this ZK sync, how we can get some of this ZK rollup, how we can get into these projects and these tokens, how we can get their tokens and all that. Most of them are maybe preparing for maybe a token launch or an ID or something. All right, loopring. I think loopring is already like on exchanges. I think I've seen loopring on gate.io. So you can actually get loopring from gate.io and it's not from Binance yet. So that means it has not gotten that mainstream attraction yet, but it is on gate.io. So you can actually get it on gate.io. Then probably if exchanges like Binance pick it up, like Coinbase pick it up, that's inflow of liquidity. So for now, it's still a good buy for me. I think it's still a good buy because it has not gotten that that mainstream attraction. So if you're looking on investing in a project like this, I think like investing in the exchange is a good idea, and it's a decentralized exchange, so it's a good idea. So Loopring is a good one. ZK Swap is a good one to invest in. I know about ZK Swap. I know about Loopring. I'm invested in Loopring anyway. So Loopring is a good buy. It's a good buy for the long term. So if you're looking at getting into it for the short term, do your own research, guys. Do your own research. I always tell people to do their own research because that's the only way you actually know if it's worth getting into or not. So do your own research. What I do is to scrape like the whole crypto Twitter, scrape and crypto YouTube, and get some information I think will be valuable to you and bring it to you. So your own is when I get this information, you check. Okay, do your own research. Check. Is it worth it? You understand? If it's for a short-term trade, always have an idea before you go into a trade. Always have a plan before you go into a trade. So once you have a plan, you know that okay, this is where I'm getting in. This is what I'm getting out of this trade. So if this trade actually gets to this point, I'm getting out. If you're looking for 10% gain, once you get to that 10%, don't be greedy. Get out. Once you get to that 20%, don't be greedy. Get out of that trade. You understand? Then you already have an idea of what you are actually following. This is what made you enter a particular trade. So once that particular thing fails, don't be scared to take a little loss because I've had issues where I would have just gotten out of a trade with a loss of maybe 10%. And just because I was too stubborn to follow my own plan and everything, I end up losing more than 60-70%. You understand? And probably turn into a holder of that coin. You understand? Why probably in the early stage we have gotten out of that trade and even gotten that particular token cheaper. So have a plan, go with your plan, and if the plan fails, get out as soon as possible. And if you get to your take your profit and leave. Don't be greedy. Don't be expecting a huge 100% or no. Once you get your 10% that you planned initially for, leave. Look for another trade or wait for it to get to your buy zone again. You buy in. Have a plan. That is the only way you survive this market. Have a plan because don't think funds coming from thin air. No, if you're winning, someone else is losing. So for someone else to win, you have to lose. So understand how the dynamics of this market work. Understand how the dynamics of this market work. Money does not come from thin air. It is funds from other people. So whenever you make a profit, someone actually just made a loss. So in order to be careful and not make so much loss, understand when to leave a trade. If you actually maybe you make 10 trades, and out of your 10 trades, you had like maybe 8 successful trades or 6 successful trades, and your win ratio is higher. That is a good plan because over time you notice that okay, you're actually making more than you're losing. And you making more than you're losing, that's what keeps you in the market. But when you get wrecked, you don't have the ability to come back into the market. All right, guys. So, like I said, to like see some of these projects that are coming up with this ZK Rollup technology, you can go to zkrollups.xyz and check them out. Already, one that is already on an exchange, like I said, on Gate.io is Loopring. ZK Swap. I think I don't think their token is out yet. So, but you can go to ZK Swap. I think they're having an airdrop. They're having an airdrop. So what you just have to do is just use their wallet. Just do some transactions with their wallet, and you get airdrops of their token. So just use their app. Go to then another one that I think would be I think would be okay is I think zk.money. Check out zk.money too. Check out zk.money. Okay, guys. So, like I said, just come here, check out these tokens, do your own research, guys. Check out these tokens, do your own research, and go with your plan. Go with your plan. If you read about a particular project and you feel okay, this project can actually do something in this space, can actually do something in this like in this niche, has something is that's a purpose it's serving in this niche, go for it. Like now, for now, I can actually see only ZK swap as the only swap, as the only dex here. Can only see ZK swap as the only dex here. So that means for now, ZK swap would have most of, like, okay, ZK link. Okay, I think there's another one here. ZK link, chain to chain dex based on zero knowledge technology. Okay, but ZK link is not yet live. It's still in test net. It's not yet live. So the only one that is live at the moment is ZK swap. Yes, ZK swap. So check it out, guys. Check it out, guys. It might work, it might not work, but if you don't maybe take the risk, you wouldn't know. So take out maybe something out of a portfolio you can actually like not be too angry about. Just take a little bit of your portfolio, just maybe 2% or 1% of your portfolio, and invest in this. And if the ZK rollups idea actually works out, you have massive returns. The early investors of NFTs, they have so big returns. Like, you see some of them making 10,000x on their initial investment, some of them making 1,000x on the initial investment. That is huge, guys. That is huge. So just imagine you investing $100 and you're getting $100,000 in maybe a year or two. Imagine investing maybe $1,000 and getting $1,000,000 in 3 years or in 2 years. This can only happen in cryptocurrency. It can only happen in cryptocurrency, guys. So look for those early trends. Look for those early trends before they go mainstream. That's how these things like this work. All right, guys. So okay, this is ZK Swap. Let's just check their. Let's check out their website. This is ZK Swap. So you can actually launch their app. I can launch their app, liquidity mining, check total value locked. Okay, so at the moment, total value locked on the ZK Swap project is $170 million. So this is really little. This is really little. Total value locked on ZK Swap is just $170. Why? So like there's still a high upside to this. There's still a high upside to this. So guys, all right, guys. So that will be all for now. So I just said I should bring this to your knowledge. So maybe subsequent videos will maybe go in depth into this projects and see how we can maybe get them, how we can get their tokens, how we can use maybe their apps and all that. All right, guys. So that'll be all for now. I'll see you on the next video. Still remain PJ. Please just like, subscribe, share this content, and drop a comment. Drop a comment if there's something you need us to talk about. Drop a comment and we'll talk about it. And if you have any question, drop a comment also, and we'll answer your question as soon as possible. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.